Hello, what's up, guys? This is Dave Wood. I'm, of course, starting late, talking to you on a Monday night here from my house out in Costa Rica, looking out over Escazú. That's Escazú in the background there. It's actually, excuse me, it's actually connected to San Jose, if you guys have ever been down to San Jose, Costa Rica. Really quickly here, I just want to do some quick checks, and after I do those checks, we will go ahead and get started. Let me just see if, is there not even a chat underneath this video? Hey, Travis, if you're on this, if you could add a chat underneath this video before we go live on, if you could have a chat added to this video before we go live tomorrow. Do we have a chat? It doesn't look like we have a chat, Trav. I don't think we do. I'm just going to assume that there's no chat below the video. So apologize about that. I'll get that remedied so when I do these over the course of the next week. That's funny, actually, in the background. That's a pillow, actually, that blew off one of my outdoor couches and is floating around in my swimming pool, in case you're wondering what's floating around back there. But I will make sure a chat is added so I can actually communicate with you guys over the course of the next week. Partially, just as an introduction, what I'm doing tonight is an experiment, okay? I want to see if what I share with you tonight is valuable to our community. If it is going to be valuable to the community, what I'll do is I'll just continue doing it, all right? And so you'll see some kind of a new member fast start orientation going on every single day at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. If it's not valuable, okay, and if it's not creating change, and if it's not helping, and it's not creating a difference, we'll just simply stop doing it, all right, and no harm done. All right, so what I want is I want some feedback if you guys get some value from this, all right, and I also want to know if you want me to continue doing them. So what we'll do is, starting tomorrow, when I get feedback, here's what I want you guys to do. When you bring in a new member, all right, at least for the next 5 days, okay, when you bring in a new member, I want to make sure that they pop on this training and that they see this live broadcast that I'm doing, okay? And there's a reason for that. Let me actually share with you a little bit about myself for those of you who are new in Power Network members and who maybe don't know my story, and then I'm just going to get right into tonight, and I'm going to be finished within an hour. So we will be finished by about 10 p.m. my time, which is going to be about 10 p.m. Eastern time. All right. So let me share with you guys a little bit about my story, my background, and kind of where I come from. And then let me talk about the vision for Empower Network. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do kind of an overview of Empower Network to make sure that everybody on here really understands what it is that we're doing, and also how you can profit from it. Okay. And then I'm going to actually do kind of a call to action for you. I'm going to have some commitments for you guys to help you take your business to the next level. So a little bit about my story, a little bit about my background. I actually got started in the network marketing industry, which is definitely different than direct response marketing. I don't want you to confuse the two. Network marketing is a business where, you know, you get people to get people to get people to get people to sell vitamins or whatever, right? Well, I got involved in Amway back in 2002, right after a 2-year mission trip. I was a missionary for the Mormon Church. Grew up Mormon, went on a mission to England for 2 years, kind of wandered around on street corners talking to people, and I got back and I needed to do something with my life, and I didn't know what to do. I had no education. And so what I did is I got involved in sales and I got involved in network marketing because I knew how to sell stuff, and I thought, hey, I'd been walking around talking to people for 2 years, and that's what these guys are doing in network marketing, so it's like a marriage made in heaven. I'm going to be great at this. Well, I wasn't great at it, okay? I failed at more things than you'd think a person could fail at from 2002 all the way to 2009. And for some reason, don't ask me why, for some reason I just didn't quit. I just kept going. So I failed. Let me give you some of the things I failed at. And that way you guys can connect and relate to this, because a lot of this is going into when I tell you what to do, okay, and when I tell you the success I've had after I learned these things that I'm going to share on today's conference call, I'm hoping that you guys will listen, because I'm hoping that you can relate to my experience. If you can't relate to my experience, I'll just stop doing the new Fast Start coaching, because we're succeeding without them. No harm done, right? So here's the deal. Here's some things I failed at. Number one, I failed at trying to get my friends and relatives in a deal. About 10 times. I actually tried to get my friends and relatives in like 10 different businesses I was in, and I always succeeded at getting 1 or 2 of them in, And then they'd immediately quit and say, I don't want to do this because I don't want to bother my friends and relatives, right? Because that's the problem, actually. If you are building a business based on bothering people, when you get them in and they do join, because they will join, what they immediately think is, my God, I don't have to bother people like I was bothered to get people in this deal, because if I have to do that, I'm out. So my friends would join and then they would quit, right? I'd get like 2 or 3 of them in. I never made any real money. In 2006, I had an experience where 2006, 2007, I actually made some money for the very first time in direct sales, doing hotel meetings and doing home meetings. I was in a company selling gel vitamins. Anyways, that income kind of dropped off after a while because I didn't really know how to hold it together. And then I joined a new deal, and then I joined a new deal, and then I joined a new deal. So I failed at getting my friends and relatives. I also failed at wandering around prospecting. If you guys have ever lived in Fairbanks, Alaska, it's a town of about 30,000 people. The total surrounding area, there's 100 people because they've got an Air Force base and they've got an Army base. And between the Air Force base, the Army base, the surrounding towns, and the town I lived in, there's about 100,000 people. I was in that town and I walked to every business asking to talk to the managers. I walked into every Walmart. Multiple times, actually, I got kicked out of every Walmart in Alaska. I walked into every Safeway, okay? I did everything you could imagine to try to just get people in. I'd walk up to a manager in, a hotel or something like that, or in a hotel, in Walmarts and Safeways and Fred Meyers, and I'd say stuff like this: hey, I'm expanding a business in this area, and I'm looking for some sharp people to work with. I assume that you're a sharp person because you're a manager, you've got some good skills, and I was just wondering if you're keeping your business options open, or you're totally locked into just being a manager here at Safeway for the rest of your life. And of course they'd feel embarrassed because they're like, well, I'm not locked into anything, and they'd give me their phone number and never answer the call. So I failed at that. Another thing I failed at was calling leads. I don't know if you guys have ever bought a leads list and you've tried like pounding and pounding and pounding and pounding and pounding and pounding and pounding the leads list because you heard some guy on a conference call or a training tell you that if you pounded the leads list like he pounds the lead list that you'll make money like he made money. Well, I failed at that. So I actually have bought somewhere around 10,000 phone leads. Most of them were phone verified. I probably spent about 10 to 20 grand on them. And I called all of them. I was actually one of these guys that actually called the leads. And I actually got quite good on the phone. The problem was even though I was good on the phone, I couldn't get people to buy and to join in sufficient numbers to make any money that was even remotely close to the amount that I was spending. So I actually, get this, I have actually called about 10,000 leads, most of which were phone verified, without recruiting a single person. I think I'm the first person, definitely in the stories and the lead stories in network marketing, that could claim that I've actually called every lead that I've ever bought and none of them joined, right? So I failed at that. So I failed at selling vitamins and soap. I failed at selling skincare. I failed at selling legal services. I failed at doing home meetings. I failed at doing hotel meetings. Even though I did get people in, it wasn't in sufficient numbers to really make money. And there was a lot of reasons for that. One of the reasons was I never really knew. I could never really comprehend how many people you need in a normal MLM deal to make any money. I mean, if somebody had told me, hey, if you get 5,000 people, you'll make 5,000 a month, I would have immediately imagined an auditorium of 5,000 people and said, my God, I'm going to find something else to do for a living. But that's the reality of MLM. It's a reality of network marketing. It just is what it is, right? Most people who are making 5,000 a month have 5,000 people in their downline. So I progressed to fail. Now this is all network marketing, right? This is all leading to somewhere until I got to a point where I didn't just want success anymore, right? And this is a really differentiating point. There's a reason why I'm telling you this story and why I'm taking the time, even though we're here for an hour, to really get you here, okay? Because I got to this space where I was willing to do certain things, but I wasn't willing to do other things anymore. And if I couldn't succeed doing the things without doing the things I didn't want to do, didn't care. I'd be homeless. So I actually was homeless and I lived in a van in 2009 for about a year in Hawaii, and I worked at Greenpeace. I was hitting people up on street corners, and in the night I was looking for internet businesses and MLM businesses to start because I figured, maybe I could find something where I could do what I wanted to do, because I was no longer willing to grind it out anymore. See, people tell you things, and I don't know who you're going to listen to and who you're not going to listen to. You might decide to listen to me. You might decide to not listen to me. I don't know, right? If you're an Empower Network, obviously you're here because you believed in something. But I don't know what it is that you believe in. I don't know why it is that you're here, and I have no ability to get comments, so I can't ask you. So tomorrow when I do this again, we'll get comments and we'll change it up a bit, right? But here's the deal. So I finally just decide I'm not going to do that. I don't care if I'm not going to be homeless, because I don't want to just have success. I realized something, and it's a big differentiating factor, that I wanted to build success. I wanted to have a life at the same time, right? I wanted to build a business and have a life. Now, having a life doesn't mean you don't work. Sometimes people come into Empower, they get involved in direct sales or network marketing, whatever it is, and they say, I want to make money without working. Guys, right? I hope you're not like 5 years old. There is nobody that I have ever met, and I have met everyone. Okay? We have done in Empower Network $100 million in sales. And out of the $100 million in sales, guess how many people there are who I know that have made $1 million in anything ever without working? I can count them on zero, because there aren't any. If you want to get results, you're going to have to work your ass off. So I don't mean not working your ass off. What I mean is you got to balance your life, right? Like some of you guys, you're going to have to get imbalanced for a while, but it can't be for too long. Because if you get imbalanced for too long, you might lose your family. For the sake of work, for the sake of what, a $1 million ring? Not worth it, right? Hold on just one second. I want to just pull this up so I can keep getting communication here. My computer keeps, turning blacking out. I wish I knew how to stop that. See, I'm pretty tech retarded, right? So I just realized I'm not willing to do it, right? I'm a father. Wasn't a father in 2009. I'm a father now. I've got 2 kids. One of them's my biological son. The other one's he's my son too, but has a different father who's not in his life. And so I'm his father. And not willing to put my family at risk. Not willing to be on the phone at the same time as I'm spending time with my lady, right? If I'm going to be with her, I'm going to be with her. If I'm going to be on the phone, I'm going to be on the phone. I'm going to be working, right? And there has to be balance in my life. So I decided in 2009 that I was not going to do some of the stuff that I used to do. Because they used to say things like, oh, it's 3 to 5 years with all the energy that you've got, with everything, and then you can go live on the beaches of the world. The problem is it never happens. The network marketing industry is full of people that have been in for 30 years and still are aiming for the 3 to 5 year plan. Because the 3 to 5 year plan doesn't work ever. So I wasn't willing to live by the 3 to 5 year plan. Now, I'm not saying it's not going to take time to make money. Sometimes some of you it will. What I'm saying is let's not delude ourselves, and let's be honest. Here's how long it actually takes to make a lot of money. 90 days, and that's it. Now, you might have to work longer than 90 days. You might need to work to hold it together and then work to grow it. But I want you to never mistake growing an empire to adding to one. It's different, okay? Or maintaining an empire to adding to one. The two are different. To maintain an empire, it takes a small level of work if you have good systems. To grow an empire, it might take a lot of work, right? Don't delude yourself and think you won't have to work. I wouldn't delude myself there. I just wasn't willing to do certain things anymore because I was just like, hey, if I can't build a business in a way where I can actually have a lifestyle, I'm not willing to sell nothing. I won't just sell a dream, It's a big criticism for network marketing because network marketing is filled with people that do hotel meetings every week and who are on three-way calls all day and night and who are running around ragged all day and night, who are preaching some dream that they could never live because they have to run around like dogs to maintain their business. There are also some people that have done it right. So when I got online in 2009, it was the first time I'd been exposed to building a business through the internet. And I decided to do things in a different way. And the way that I discovered was magical. And it wasn't magic in the sense that I'm a wizard or I have powers or something like that. It wasn't magical like that. What was magical about it was that when I built a business the way that I'm going to describe tonight, okay, when I built it like this, I could build it and I could hold it together and I could grow it at the same time, part-time. And I didn't have to run around ragged doing some of the things I used to have to do. I still did a lot of meetings, I still did a lot of live stuff, but I no longer had to drive anywhere. I could do it from my home because I discovered the internet. And I discovered that the internet is the new medium of building communities online. See, building communities in the world. See, I want you guys to think about something here for a second. This is getting into a lot of philosophy, and we're going to get into some nuts and bolts. I want you guys to think about something for a second here. If you think back in time, I really want you to think about where we're at. And I also want you to think about what you have the opportunity to do here at Empower. There's never been an opportunity to do in the history of the world, ever, not ever, right? Never could you have sat home, not even driven to a meeting, right? And built a business that spanned into 100 countries. Never, right? You can build a business that, like the English Empire, the sun never sets on it, right? When it's rising in one part of the world and setting in another, you have people on both sides going to bed and getting up and making you money. You can do that. in today's marketplace. You could not have done that even 40 years ago. So what we have the ability to do is special and unique, and not very many people know how to do it. Even in Empower Network, the people that are making money, not really many of them really understand why they're making the money they're making. Only a few, right? There's a lot to this that you're going to learn over the next year with me. There's a lot to this you're going to learn over the next 2 years. My goal is to get you making money before you know all that stuff. Because if I can do that, my task is complete, because I can keep you around long enough to step into your brilliance. If I can't keep you around, sorry, might as well quit now. Might as well just get out. I have no compunction about it. People quit in Empower Network every day. If you don't want to do this, we'll build it with somebody else. It's not a big deal if you want to quit. What's a big deal is if you delude yourself. Don't pretend that you've tried to do it if you haven't tried to do it. Does that make sense? All right, we on a good footing? So in 2009, I decided what I would and wouldn't do. I discovered the plan that I'm outlining to you tonight. And in 3 months, I went from living in my parents' house on borrowed money with a borrowed laptop, right? It was 3 months of some of the most brutal work you could ever imagine. And I hope you guys will actually get to experience a level of work like that at least once in your life for a short sprint, because it's worth it. Because in 3 months of just brutal work, right? But not grinding, just work. We can all work, can't we? None of us are lazy here, right? 3 months of work. My brother actually said, I don't know anybody who'd ever worked harder than you ever in my life than you worked in those 3 months. But in 3 months, not 3 years, I hit a week, one night, I made $12,000 in a night. And that week I actually from one company, I got a check for $21,000, but altogether that month I made over 30. That was actually, it was in September, October, something. It was 3 months after I started. I started in September, August. I never remember the exact months. I have to look at the checks and stuff, and I'm not good with dates and times. But it was 3 months after I started. So it took me 90 days, right, using this formula. And then I started making $30,000 a month. The next month I made like 40, like it was actually like 25, 30, and then it was like 45 or 50, and then it was like 30. And it was like 30 to 45,000 a month after that in income. Now I've spent some money too, and I spent way too much. You know, what do you do the first year? You make $1 million, you spend $1 million. You know, I mean, it's just what we do. We're human beings, right? Then you learn, well, that was kind of dumb. You know, Eric Worre actually said it best. He said, then one year I finally hit a spot. I made $900,000 in a year. $900,000. So guess how much I spent? $900,000. Sometimes you got to learn that, hey, maybe you won't make money like that all the time, right? In your life, you need to save, right? So finally, I get to this spot where I'm making good money, and it's not really going anywhere. It's not going anywhere in this sense. I'm making money, but people in my team really aren't breaking through quickly, because I realized something. I realized that I know not everybody here is going to make money. We have an income disclosure that proves that, right? You will come into Empower Network, and some of you will quit, and you'll go do other things before you ever give it a chance. Some of you will never post a blog. Some of you will never post anything on Facebook. And I'm totally okay with that. Want to know why I'm okay? Because I'm going to give you a chance, right? I'm going to give you a chance. And if you don't work, that's your derogative. Some of you are going to go online forever and ever and ever and ever looking for something that requires no work, and you will look for the rest of your life, okay? I got to be honest about that, right? So I don't have a problem with that. What I have a problem with is if there's not real opportunity, if I'm selling thin air. So I looked at my group and I looked at this and I was like, man, these people are really, you like the armpit hair? Just pointing it out. It's like these people are really, really trying, right? They're trying. And they're not making it, right? They're not making it. And I said, there's something broken here, right? Because I don't want to sell thin air. Right? And I build a business by selling the dream, right? But I want there to be an opportunity to live the dream if there's going to be a dream. I want it to be real, right? That people can actually step into it, not just fantasize. And to have a real dream, you've got to have elements here, right? You actually got to have real products. Because if you're selling nothing, right? You're selling nothing, it's not going to stay together. So you got to have real products. You got to have a system of selling it, right? You got to help people sell it who don't know how to sell. That's difficult, but you can do it, right? There's a lot of elements to a system that you got to put in place for people, right? So I got disenchanted after about 2 years of being online. And I got disenchanted to the point where I wasn't doing anything in 2011. I was doing nothing. I stopped sending emails, I stopped doing conference calls, and I was doing nothing for about 3 months, from like January to March. And there are times when I get like this inspiration inside. I don't know if God sends it. I don't think I'm a prophet, so I don't know. But when I get inspired and I know something will work, where you have something click inside. So 2011, I'm walking through the hills behind my house in the mountains in Costa Rica. Not here. I actually lived in the wild for a while, and then I decided to move to the city last year, and my family's here. And I was walking through the woods, and I was just like, man, I'm just not going to do this. I'll go back to living in a van. I won't sell thin air. I'm just not going to do it. And because I got values, I got ethics, you know what I mean? I'm not going to take somebody's money if I'm not delivering more than what they're getting for the money they pay. I'm just not going to do it. I'll deliver value or I won't do anything, right? And so anyways, I got to this weird spot where I wasn't doing work anymore, but I was asking, how can I help people actually get what they're here for, which is to change their life, which is to be empowered, which is to live a better lifestyle, to learn how to build an actual business that can move. And then I had this company download into my brain, everything, comp plan, products. It just was like probably like a billionth of a second. It was just like, bam, you know what I mean? You ever have an experience like that? There's actually this really interesting phenomenon in your unconscious mind where you can actually distort time. Your unconscious mind has a tremendous ability to distort time, way beyond the capacity most people think that it's possible to do, way beyond. Have you ever known a professional athlete? All of them, their minds have a higher than average capacity for time distortion. It's a hypnotic phenomenon. And so, let me give you an example of time distortion, and then I'll tell you kind of where this is going, okay? Example of time distortion is this. If you've ever been driving really, really, really fast on the road, trees are just whipping by, trees are just whipping by on the road, just whipping by while you're driving, they're just whipping by. You forget how fast you're going 100 miles an hour, right? And then all of a sudden you got to turn, and then you're like, oh crap, I got to turn, and then you got to slow down to 35. And you go from 100 miles an hour, trees are whipping by, to 35. All of a sudden, when you're going 35 miles an hour, it's like you're not moving, you're going so slow. Because the difference in speed causes unconscious time distortion. It's a really easy way to experience the phenomenon. If you want to do it, go to a road where you're not going to get pulled over and go 120 miles an hour and then pull off, right? And go 35 or go 20 and just experience time distortion for yourself, right? Well, there's actually this, in hypnotic literature, Milton Erickson is the father of modern hypnosis. He actually one day was walking somebody through a trance process, and here's what he did. This lady had all these problems in her life, and he got her into what's called a somnambulistic trance, and then he had her relive and re-experience her entire life, reorganizing her memories in 7 seconds, right? If you've ever had a dream that's gone on for hours and then you've woken up and it's been like 20 minutes, that's what happens. Your unconscious mind can distort time. So I had this whole company downloaded in my head all in a moment. It was like a year of info all in my head. And but it was like a second, right? Like that. Just like, right? Really interesting things about consciousness. I'll talk to you about that later through the products we have in Power Network, right? So then I saw a way, and I just got to work. And I couldn't do it. And then I actually met David Sharp. And when I met David Sharp, that's when this really started to come together, because I was a dreamer and Dave Sharp was more of an implementer. I was like a dreamer, motivator, and Dave Sharp was actually an implementer. So he could actually take these ideas and get them done, right? Without him, there wouldn't be an Empower Network. This wouldn't exist just because I had an idea about it. I need him, right? We're different spectrums of a personality scale. And so this company actually came together, okay? Month one, we did about $1.5 million in sales. That was November of 2011. Since then, okay, so now we're going November of 2011, a little over 2 years. We got February we're in right now of 2014. We have done, I believe, over $100 million. Not sure, so don't quote me, but when I get the sales numbers, last year we did $63 million. It was more than doubling from the previous year, and that wasn't everything. So we've done about $100 million in sales doing this, and we have created 10 millionaires. Actually, we give people a ring that I have on my left hand when they become a millionaire, and it doesn't mean they have $1 million in the bank. What it means is they've earned $1 million in commissions. As you'll learn, they're different. However, they've earned $1 million in commissions. We've actually paid out $1 million to them. We have 10 of them. I'm one of them. Dave Sharp's one of them. So the two founders, you say, oh, that's the founders. Well, we got 8 more. My dream is to create 100 new millionaires a year. Okay, you guys cool with that? You want that? And if you want that, if that's cool, and if you want to make $5,000 a month, well, then you could be a millionaire earner and Empower Network and like 10 years or whatever, or 20 years too, right? I want to do it faster than that, but you're welcome to be $1 million earner at your own pace. So on one side, it says the date that you joined. For us, it was 4 days before official launch. We put our application through, actually paid with our credit cards to join, funny enough. October 27th, 2011. On the other side, it has the date that you crossed $1 million in commissions, February 17th, 2012, a little over 3 months, right? When we started, and we have had people that have done it faster. Vic Strisshouse actually came in; he earned $710,000 in 3 weeks. Doesn't mean you're going to do it, obviously not, unless you have a huge following, right? We had a big following when we started because we knew what we were doing, because we were doing the other things I'm going to lay out in today's thing. So that's the story of Empower Networks. That's how she got you here. So we have spent a lot of money and a lot of time and a lot of thought on this, to pull it together in a way that can help you get results. The goal of Empower Network is to help you get results faster than you could possibly get them if you're doing things on your own. And we have proven that we have the ability to do that over a lot of people, over hundreds of thousands of people, and over a lot of success, over 10 millionaires. We have proven that we have the ability to help you create results, so I hope that you can listen. I hope that you can listen. So that's the story. Now, we have got about 30 minutes left to get through what you're here for, and a little over 30 minutes to get what you're here for, go over our system, just go over some basic stuff for you, and to tell you what to do next. All right. So let me explain why Empower Network works in a nutshell. Now, in a moment, in a moment, I'm going to ask you all to open your back office in another tab, and as I'm going to walk you through some things and show you how things work. So we're actually walking through the back office. I'll explain some things. I'm going to spend about 15 minutes on that just so you kind of get oriented to what we're doing and why it's built the way that it's built. But let me explain it first, really simply. Okay? This is the reason why what we're doing is working. The reason what we're doing is working is because fundamentally people have different skills and backgrounds who are in Empower, right? Like, for example, when I came here, I had this really strong ability to sell because I'd been selling in like living rooms and hotel rooms. And man, if you have to get up in front of people that are skeptical and crossing their arms and rolling their eyes, it is so easy to sell to people that want to buy, right? So when I got on, I could sell. I just didn't know how to create the audience, right? Well, some people know how to create an audience and they don't know how to sell. Most people can't sell. So the reason Empower Network produces the results that it does is because it boxes the skills that most people find unbelievably difficult, right? The selling, the upselling. And what it does is it gives you a system that you can go sell our products using our system. And if you sell our products using our system, right, the part that's really complex and really difficult and takes years of training to learn is done by people who know how to do it. And the systems are managed by people who know how to manage them. So fundamentally, when you come to Empower, it's different than building your own business in this sense. If you're an affiliate here, now if you're here, I'm not talking to just the customers. If you're a customer and you want to be an affiliate, yeah, I do have to pay our affiliate fee. I'll show you where that is in the back office when we all log in together here in a moment, because it's for new people, right? You do need to pay our affiliate fee or you're not an affiliate here. You can't make money from our products if you don't pay the affiliate fee, right? It's $20 a month, $19.95. That's how the company makes money. Some people ask that. How's the company make money? The affiliate fee, right? $20 a month. So there's some concepts that are going to allow you to do this, but fundamentally the reason why it works is because the skills that make money, making money extremely difficult, right, and really time consuming, are very difficult for most people to learn, right? And here in Empower, you do not have to learn those skills. You don't have to learn them to make money. We encourage you to learn them, but you can make money using our skills. And so we decided to put this thing together where we pay out almost all the money. It originally was all the money, and then the company was about bankrupt in 2 months. Long story. But we figured that out. That wasn't sustainable, right? And we didn't have an affiliate fee when we started. We were just paying out all the money, and it just about ran us into the ground. And we were like, okay, we need to change that. So the affiliate fee pays for the company, and you can borrow our skill. I can sell through video. I've been doing it for years. I'm actually way better at it now than when I started Empower Network. A lot of you guys have been here and you saw our new sales video. And you're like, holy crap. A lot of you saw that new sales video. You're like, I'm in, right? We'll sell, right? We'll work with you to keep your customers around. We'll work with you to help them buy more products, right? And when they buy those products, you're going to get commissions, right? So you can send traffic or visitors or relatives if you want, anybody that you want, to our capture pages. We'll help you capture the leads. We'll constantly innovate new capture pages so you don't have to think about it. We'll constantly tweak and improve sales process so you don't have to think about it, right? And when somebody buys our product, that customer is permanently coded to you, and we are constantly going to be working with you to help you sell them more stuff forever, right? To the extent of the ability that it's going to give them more value than what they pay. When they buy more stuff, you keep getting paid. Some of those customers are also going to be affiliates. When those customers become affiliates and they start referring other people, we have a coded bonus comp plan. And I'm not going to explain how it works, okay, so we don't have time, and I'm just confused you guys. Don't even worry about how it works. It will work in your favor if you do what I say here today, right? It's what's important. Vic actually didn't understand the comp plan until he made $3 million, right? And when they continue to buy, those commissions will be coded to you. It will never take away your sponsorship lines. Will never take away the people that you bring in. We'll always be helping you build a business, right? That's why Empower Network works the way that it works. Because you can be you. You don't have to be some super charismatic sales guru. You can if you want, right? We got people that aren't, though. John Amorose, I want to give you an example. John Amorose just crossed $1 million in commissions. He's been with us since we launched. One of my good buddies, right? John Amorose has never given a speech on stage, ever. And you could not break his arm into making him give a speech on stage because he's not a public speaker. Because he'll use my speaking ability to help build his team. And he came up to me, he says, Dave, I just don't ever want to speak on stage. Right? I was like, you willing to do some hypnosis on that or something to help you out with it? He's like, nope. Don't want to. Don't want to do it. Right? So he just crossed $1 million in commissions. Has never given a speech. Has never gotten on a conference call here at Empower. Right? He can be John. Because we do those things for him. Right? We do those things for him. Right? We do those things for him. Justin Berengia, he's spacey like myself. Right? Would have a real problem if he had to build a company infrastructure. Because he's spacey. He's a space cadet. He's crossed $1 million in commissions. How? Because he's a team builder like me. So he's out there building the teams like me. And we got David Sharp and we got our CEO, Jonathan Cronston, as the implementers in the background holding everything together. So we can do what we do. Right? We got Shakir. Shakir's crossed $1 million in commissions. We actually had to make him a new $1 million ring because Islamic people aren't allowed to wear platinum or white gold. It's for women or something, right? I actually don't know the real explanation, but that's, I think, what he said. And so excuse me if you're offended or whatever if you're Islam, but we actually have a $1 million ring for Islamic people because we have a $1 million earner who's Islamic. He's never been a team builder, but he is a mechanical builder. He's a thinking builder. So he builds through scaling his advertising and just throwing people in consistently, and he's crossed $1 million in commissions. Right? We got a lot of people that have done this. We've got Tracy Walker. She is only a team builder and a social media gal. She's never done any paid ads to any level of success. Right? She's still working on that. But she can build teams. So we're here and we're holding it together and we're implementing and we're building the sales materials, and because we do what we do, she can cross $1 million in commissions and not have to do those things. Right? That makes sense? That's why Empower Network works, because you can be you and you can succeed here. So how do you succeed is the question. How do you succeed? How do you succeed? Right? Really simple. I could tell you on a napkin. And then I'm going to walk you through some stuff that's just important for you to understand, because we don't have time in an hour to cover everything in a lot of detail. Right? How do you succeed? Here's how. Get people, which is traffic, which is leads, which is whatever. Get people to see our capture page, which will get people to see our front-end video, which will convert those people into your customers. And then follow our system to help those people to go through a process of buying what products are appropriate for them. That's how you make money. And how do you know when you're off track? Well, here's how you know. Let me explain it really quick. If you don't have at least 30 to 50 people a day who are putting their email address into one of our capture pages, you need to send more traffic to our capture pages, okay, until you get 30 to 50 a day. And if when you have 30 to 50 people a day, right, you don't have an average of 2 who are actually buying our front-end product, which is the blogging system right now, right, then you need to get more leads, or you need to get better at selling to them until you get 2 people a day. And that's what you do. You get 2 customers a day. And if you will get 2 customers a day here, which is not a lot, they only have to pay $25. We're not asking them to buy everything. If you'll get 2 customers a day, I will help you do everything else. Okay? Through our system. That's all you do. That's it. And later, when you're doing that, I'll help you advance your skill, right? Advance it to keep more people around, to enhance your residual income. I'll help you enhance your leadership skill and help you learn to develop more leaders. If you want, I'll even help you how to learn how to sell stuff, right? Along with our teams here, right? But if you don't want, you can just bring in 2 people a day and follow our 8 core steps. And when you bring people in, tell them to bring in 2 people a day and follow our 8 core steps. And if that's all you ever want to do here, it's all you ever have to do. Okay? That is simple. That's the beauty. Okay? Here's the dark side. It's not free, right? Anybody ever tells you, hey, you don't have to work, just know in advance they're lying. I mean, most people who say that have black circles under their eyes from overwork of drinking coffee and because they feel bad on the inside for lying to people. Guys, right? This might be easier than being a doctor, right? Because you don't have to go to medical school for 8 years, but you got to work, okay? But 2 customers a day isn't a lot. Now, what if you miss it? It's fine. Learn how to do it better the next day. Okay, that's it. How do you do that? You get more people to see the video. How do you do that? You get more traffic. How do you do that? There's a lot of ways to do that. We'll teach you. Okay? So actually what I'm going to do here, I'm going to take a quick break, and I'm just going to be honest. I got to pee. It'll be like 30 seconds, and then we're going to come back. Now, here's what I want you to do. If you got to take a pee break or whatever, go pee like me. You know, I'm not ashamed. Nobody would ever say that on a public webinar but me, you know. Maybe you'll even hear me because I'll leave my microphone on. Now, here's the thing. I want you to, you know, if you need a drink or something, go get a drink, 30 seconds or a minute. And then we're going to come back. I want you to log into the members area and Empower, because I'm not going to show it on the screen here. If I can actually show it on the screen, I don't even know if I could do that through a Google Hangout. Hold on. If I could figure out how to show it in the screen in like 2 seconds, I'll do it. Okay? But if I can't figure out, I won't do it. I know you can do it. I just don't know. Hold on just 1 second. Screen. Travis, actually, I'm not going to do it today. I'll just walk you through it. And Travis, if you're watching this, if you could actually just jot down a note to show me how to do a screen share while I'm also doing a Google Hangout. Tomorrow I'll actually walk people through this on the screen live. But today I'm just going to walk you through it. I'm expecting you guys to open up your members area, okay, in another tab. Just keep my face on one side, members area on another. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to walk you through the back office, show you where to get access to different information on how to do certain things, okay? And I'm going to talk about really who we are and what we do. And then I'm going to have some assignments, some call to action for you guys, okay? So I'll be right back, all right? And we'll get going. All right, guys, we are back. All right, so let's do this. Let me see if Travis actually messaged me back. There's probably a simple way to do a screen share on these Google Hangouts. I just don't want to take forever. That doesn't matter. I'll look it up tomorrow. Okay, here's what I want you guys to do. If you weren't here when I stepped out a minute ago, I just took a bathroom break. Right, now we're back, and we're going to walk through the members area in the back office. Now, I don't know how to do a screen share on this, so let me just check here and see if there's some really obvious way to do it. And screen share. Let me see if I can log in. If I got my login info on this computer. Just hold on a second here. EmpowerNetwork.com. I actually did figure out how to do it, so I'll just end up doing a screen share. And let me find these test logins here, because I got to find the. I got to go in a login. Okay, okay, hold on just 1 second here. 1 second. Let's see. Test login. Where's a test login? Test login. Just give me 1 second here, guys. I never have the. Oh wait, here we go. I think test account. Okay, I found a test account. I need to log into something that doesn't have all the products. So okay, here we go. Hold on, just 1 second here. I believe that should log me in, and then I will. Aha! Okay. Here, let me do this. Screen share. All right. Google Hangouts. Here we go. All right, guys. I'm going to go. Hold on a second. I'm supposed to apply. Okay, I believe we're good. All right, so here we are, and we are in the members area. We're in the back office. All right, so this is where you can buy our products. You can blog. This account, as you see, doesn't even have the blog. Excuse me, thirsty. All right, so I'm going to spend about 10 minutes walking through here, and I'll probably be a little bit later than I wanted to be. All right, here's a couple things I wanted to focus on. If this is not, if you can't access this area, become an affiliate. That means that you can't make money with Empower Network. So if you're here to make money as an affiliate selling our stuff, you actually have to pay that fee. It's actually the only required thing that you have to pay here. We're going to get into what you should buy here in a second. That's different, okay? But as far as a requirement, if you guys want to build a business with Empower Network, and that's what I'm doing, that's what I'm here for, that's what I'm training on today, okay, you have to activate your affiliate account. And you can do that just by clicking that green Activate Now button, okay? And then once you activate your affiliate account, that's going to unlock some training that's going to be below, okay? And you can't see it here, but it'll unlock below that. You'll have access to actually exclusive affiliate training that'll tell you how to make more money, that'll tell you how to upgrade your customers, and you also have access to other exclusive things that we do at Empower Network, but you need to just activate it if you want to be an affiliate here. It's $19.95 a month. That actually pays for the infrastructure of the company. All right, so that's where you can do that. Now, obviously, down here, that's where you also can upgrade and activate the rest of the products. Now, this says Fast Start Training, and this looks a little bit weird because what this actually is this will give you access to our blogging system. Okay, so if this says Activate Now by the Fast Start Training, then what that means is it means that you don't have access to our blogging platform. So if you came in and you bought the blogging platform, or your account has gone into grace, and you don't have access to it anymore, you need to activate it by clicking that green button. And it's actually really simple whenever you do any of this stuff. If you click on Activate Now, it'll either take you to a sales video where you can learn about the product, and then you can pay, as you see, $25 a month to activate a product. This has test information, so I could pay for stuff, but I like keeping a test account to test account. All of our pages, by the way, our order pages are secure. Now, here's a key. Okay, this product, if you have a customer that buys this product in your affiliate program, this is going to pay a residual commission of $25 a month, and it does pay out all the revenue that comes in from that product. Sometimes people think we're shortchanging it. We charge a merchant fee that's passed on to us from the merchant company, but we actually pay out all of the product revenue that exists for the Fast Start training, which is actually the blogging system. This blogging system, the platform, we spent $3 million on it. It gives you unlimited blogs. It's unbelievably worth it. So when you sell one of these, you're going to earn a $25 residual commission. Now we have a product called the Inner Circle. Okay, I'm going to explain what each one of these are for a minute because this is important, because it also explains how you're making money. If you're wanting to make money within Power Network, this will explain it for you. The Inner Circle is a personal development product, and I actually believe it's our most important product, and it's paid up there close to the most amount of commissions of any product that we have. It's $100 a month, all right? And what it gets you access to is a weekly audio training that's taken from one of our exclusive events or one of our exclusive trainings that's released in the Inner Circle. And it's designed, here's why it's the most important training I believe that we got in Power Network, is because this training is designed to grow you from the inside out. And one thing I learned a long time ago is it doesn't really matter what tactics I give you. If you don't grow into the person who you need to be to make money, you're just not going to make money. And it doesn't really matter, hold on just one second here, it doesn't really matter what we teach you to do. You will not make money except if you grow into a better person. So this is going to teach you things about marketing. It's going to teach you things about life and inspiration and creating your dreams and getting clear on your goals and how to overcome objections and how to sell and all sorts of stuff. Here's the best part about it, though. This product, the Inner Circle, you actually can educate yourself in your downtime. So because they're audios, you don't have to take any time out of your day. What I tell people to do is to turn their car to a drive time university, because I promise you, if you will do nothing but listen to audios every day, and that's one habit change I can get you to make today by buying the Inner Circle and just listening to one audio a day. You do it in your downtime. Don't take time out of your day. Play it on your way to work. Play it as you're working. Play it as you're working out. Turn your downtime into university time. If you will do that, it will change your life. Okay, that's $100 a month, and that also pays a $100 per month residual commission. So if you have somebody buy the Inner Circle, you're going to earn $100 a month in a commission in our comp plan. Once again, I'm not going to explain the comp plan today. Now this is where it starts getting really sexy, and I'm going to explain why in a minute in a really short period of time. Okay, but I just want to explain what everything is first. Costa Rica Intensive. Sometimes people say, what's that? Well, if you click Activate Now, it'll actually take you a video where I explain what this product is. Now here's the thing though, okay? This product, the Costa Rica Mastermind Intensive, was a $3,000 retreat. People paid $3,000 to go to the retreat, okay? $3,000. And they came to the retreat, and everybody who went there thought it was the most valuable thing they'd ever attended. This product was actually created before in Power Network, and it's important for one specific reason. It's actually the only product we have that was created before the company existed, right? This product was the foundational information that led to how we built in Power Network and why we did what we did. We don't even say in Power Network in it. You could apply it to any business. You could learn to grow your own empire in that product. I cannot tell you the amount of people that have told me this is the most valuable thing they've ever bought. Now this product, it's $500. You're getting a whole event recorded it teaches you the foundational concepts for how we built this company, okay? Because I already had the idea for a company when I made this product, and it's $500. That pays a $500 commission, right? When you sell the Costa Rica Manifesto. Now you got to be an affiliate, you got to be qualified on the product. Those are the two things you got to do. Okay. Now this product is our tactical product. So a lot of people are asking, okay, I got to get more traffic. I got to learn to get more free traffic, more paid traffic, more leads, more advertising. I want to learn how to do offline. I want to learn how to do direct mail. This is our tactician product. So essentially what this is going to teach you to do is this is going to teach you how to build a business that's based off of traffic, leads, and marketing and sales. Okay, it is an unbelievably valuable product. We cover everything in there, and what I tell people to do is, if I'm going to show you actually in a minute. I'll log into a different account. Actually, no, I'm not. I'll save that for another day. I'll save that for tomorrow. But this product here, okay, this teaches you the tactician stuff. Now, this product is $1,000, and this pays a $1,000 commission, right? So if you ever have wanted to have a day where you could wake up in a day and earn $1,000, okay, people actually will click activate now. They'll watch the video where I explain what the product is, and when they watch the video and they learn what the product is, they just will buy it on the spot. It has been an unbelievable experience for a huge amount of people. Every month we have somewhere between, we sell somewhere between 300 and 800 of these. I think is our best month in selling these, and just depends on what we're doing. Okay, when somebody buys this product, the 15K formula, that will pay a $1,000 commission. Okay, now Master's course, okay, is the highest ticket course that we have available at Empower Network. Okay. And I'm explaining what just explain what all these are, right? The Master's course is a $3,500 product. It pays a $3,000 commission. Okay, this one doesn't pay out all the money on this, and there's reasons for that. We'll get into that later. This course here was a $5,000 course that people actually flew to Costa Rica to go through this training, and so they had to pay $5,000, and then in addition to the $5,000. They paid for room, they paid for board, and everybody was blown away by the information that was taught in this course. And there's actually people who will just watch this video and just buy the product. Now, this is one that if you're an affiliate here, you're going to sell more of this through a relationship that you build with your team than you're going to just sell automated. But people will just click the button and they'll just buy it. Okay, they just will buy it. It's just what people do. Then we have a Viral Blogging Academy. I just want to explain what all these are. This is kind of the plan that's a focused action plan on how to use your blog to get the results that you want. This is $297. It pays a $200 commission. I'm actually going to do a price test on this though this week. I'm going to increase the price, and I believe it won't make any difference in selling it. So I'm going to increase this to $397, and that actually is true. This is actually live, and so if you guys don't buy it, you're going to end up buying it for $397. Just warning you in advance because I'm never going to repeat that on a webinar because I'm increasing the price, and obviously we're not going to talk about how we increase the price all the time, right? So this is going up to $397. High Ticket Academy, this is a product that's specific tactical skills to help you learn how to sell higher priced products online, whether it's our products or whether it's somebody else's products, okay? Higher ticket products. So this is how you can earn more $3,000 commissions, how you can earn more $1,000 commissions, and things like that. And then we've got media hosting, and this is a non-commissionable product that goes towards if you want to be able to, if you want to be able to upload videos from your smartphone, and use our media hosting, because the truth is that here's why we built this thing. We built our media hosting because all the major media hosting services were shutting all the marketers down. So they were shutting people's YouTube accounts down. They were shutting down YouTube accounts. Other services were shutting people down too. And so we just said, screw it. We're just going to do a paid service, and people will know that we're never going to delete their videos. So that's $25 a month, unlimited video hosting. Okay, and then this is just an audio. We do an audio of the week. We put the audio here, and you can listen to the audio of the week. Over on the right-hand side, this is an activity feed where you're going to get updated information back here from your sponsorship line. So this account is sponsored. This test account is sponsored by us. It's sponsored by David Wood. If you went to my business, you could see that, and so you see the activity feed from David Wood. So as you're building a team, when people are logging in, you can actually post blog posts, you can post video posts, and when you post blogs and videos, your team, your entire organization is going to be exposed to the information that you put in those videos the second that they log in. Whatever your last post will be put the highest in their activity feed. So if you ever wanted a way to be able to communicate with your team better, they're actually going to be able to see your activity feed in their phone, and there's just some really, really, really neat stuff you can do to help people to buy more products, and when they do, you're going to earn more commission. So that's what everything is when you look in the back office, all right? And then here, if you look on the upper left, this is actually a place where you can register for our event coming up. You need support. You can click need help. Record audio, that's just where you can record an audio and you can blast it out to your team. It'll pop up in their news feed when you log in. So we have kind of like the only social networking back office that exists in the direct sales marketplace. It really is cool. So here's what we're going to do. Okay, I wanted to explain what everything is and the difference between our products so you kind of know what they are. Okay, and I also wanted to explain how much commissions you can earn when somebody buys those products, so you know, because sometimes people log in and they're like, what the hell is this? You know what I mean? And they click on a video and there's some long-haired hippie guy, you know, talking in the background, right? So, excuse me. That's what everything is. I would ask if that's helpful for everybody, but you know, I don't have any way to look at comments. Now let me talk about for 10 minutes. I want to talk about some philosophy and what to do next. Okay? this is what you need to do first if you're here. Number one, if you're not an affiliate, you need to upgrade to be an affiliate here. Okay? Number two, you need to go through the Fast Start training. We have 8 videos that are done by my business partner, Dave Sharp. They're brilliant, that will teach you what we call the 8 core steps of building your online business. If you really want to build an empire online, these 8 steps will teach you how to do it. You need to go through your Fast Start training first. All right? Activate your affiliate account. Okay, and here's the next thing that you should do. You should register for our next event. We have regional events going on. I believe this is Seattle, New Orleans, and Charlotte. And if you click here, click to register, it'll take you to an event registration page. You can ask person after person after person who goes to our events. We have the most content-filled, impactful events that exist in the direct sales world, that exists in the online marketing world. This is actually why we got our current CEO, a guy named Jonathan Cronstead. He came to one of our events that we were doing over in Orlando, Florida. He came to our event, he walked in, he said, I want to be a part of this movement. So you can buy a ticket to our events registered in Seattle and New Orleans and Charlotte here. All right. Now let me talk about some philosophy stuff and tell you about some stuff to help you get started, right? And I'm just going to kind of stay in the back office to tell you what to do right now. And if I were getting feedback, I'd actually be asking for feedback in the audience. All right. Now here's a question that I've got for you. The question is, how much would you like to earn at Empower Network? How much would you like to earn? I want you to pull out a pen and a piece of paper and ask yourself how much you'd like to earn. Okay? Now I've actually surveyed our entire affiliate database. If you go to Viral Blogging Academy, I give you the results of that survey and the strategy that we built based on those results that we're following. Right? But I surveyed our whole affiliate base, and I said, how much money do you want to earn with Empower Network? Okay? Some people answered $3,000 a month. A bunch of people answered $1,000 a month, $3,000 a month. But here's the interesting thing. I was expecting most people to say, hey, I want to make $100,000 a month, right? Because when I got involved, I heard about people making $100,000 a month. I was like, I want to make $100,000 a month, and then I did it, and I was like, oh, I want to make $500,000 a month, right? Well, you know, people say, yeah, I want to make $100,000 a month, right? Well, I thought everybody's going to say that because, hey, why not? You know, if you can make money, why not aim for $100,000 a month? That makes sense. Well, here's what I found out. Okay, what I found out is the vast majority of people, they want to make between $5,000 and $10,000 a month. That's the vast majority. Then the next one up from that is like between 5,000 is the most, 10,000 is the second most, 15,000 was the second most, and then after that it was 30,000. That was a really small number, and then it was a tiny fraction that wanted to make 100,000 a month, right? Vast majority, it was smaller than that, right? My question is, how much do you really want to make? How much do you really want to make? I'm going to give you the simple explanation for how to make a lot of money with Empower Network and hit the average goals people got, because the average goals is what? $5,000 to $15,000 a month, right? I'm going to tell you how to do it, right? Here's how to do it. If somebody buys the blog, which is this, you're going to earn a $25 monthly commission, okay? If somebody buys the inner circle, you're in a $100 monthly commission. So if somebody buys both of these, okay, you can earn $125 a month from one customer, okay? Well then, how would you make $12,500 a month, which is higher than average, right? You'd get 100 customers. Right now, there'd be some comp plan stuff going on, so you could make less, you could make more than that. But it's about that, about 100 customers with both of those products. So the question is how many people would it take, right, if you were just selling the blog and that's all you were selling? Well, if you were only selling the blog, it would be like a normal MLM comp plan. That's what it would be, which is $25 a month per customer, right? 100 customers would make you $25, you know, $2,500 a month, right? 1,000 customers would make you $25,000 a month. Well, if all of those customers had the Fast Start and the Inner Circle, those same customers, they would make you $125,000 a month. See our income disclosure, obviously. I'm just being overly simplistic for the sake of this video, right? It's easier to make more money when you have to get smaller numbers of customers to make that money, right? Well, how do you sell more products in Empower Network? Here's how. You follow the first core step. It's in the Fast Start training, which is be a product of the product, right? We're going to work on selling the products for you, obviously, right? You will be amazed at how many people will buy all the way up to the $1,000 product without any coercion from your part whatsoever. They just will do it, right? Now, here's the thing, right? how much more will you sell if you're involved in that process? Like 10 times more, right? So is it easier to hit your income if you can earn higher price commissions? Obviously, it's easier to hit your income. Let me give you an example. This is actually in the sales video too. So if you have to earn $10,000 a month from the Fast Start training, how many customers does it take, right? It takes 400, right? If you can add these together and you need to earn $10,000 a month, how much does it take, right? It takes like a fifth of that, right? Less than 100 customers can get you to the same income. Now here's where it can get really sexy here, and this is what I want you guys to really take action on, right? Is if you can earn $500 commissions, right? $500 commissions. Now we could just leave it at that, right? And build something really cool. In fact, when we launched this company, these are the only 3 products we had. We had the blog, we had the Inner Circle, and we had the Costa Rica Intensive, because it's all we had developed up to that point, okay? Now the Costa Rica Intensive, selling these 3 products, David Sharp and I earned our first month in business over $200,000 in affiliate commissions, not including anything we were doing from the company. This is just affiliate commissions. Our first month in business, we did $200,000 just from those 3 products. Why? Because I want you to think about it like this. If you have the ability to earn a $500 commission selling something that has legitimate real-world value that's transformational, okay, and you can earn $500 from one sale, how many people do you need to get in the month to hit your goal, right? Less than 20. Less than 20. So all of a sudden, you went from 400 to 100 to 20, okay? All of a sudden, it's getting easier. Now here's the key behind that. We actually explain in High Ticket Academy, which tells you how to do a lot of this stuff at a much higher level. We also teach it in some of our other stuff, and I'm teaching it to you now, okay? I want you to think about this and focus on what I'm saying here for a second, right? Just on these 3 products alone. All of a sudden, we went from 400 to 100 to 20. Now, here's the thing. Can you get 400 customers in a month? I can. I know how. And we teach you how, actually. We teach you stuff like that in the Master's course on how to get more customers, how to recruit unbelievable amounts of people and stuff like that, how to do things in groups. But if you have the ability to earn up to $625 per customer, how many people does it take to hit your goal? 10 customers is over $6,000 a month on those products. 10. So if you have these and you know what's in them and you could create a story around these, could you do 10 in a month? It's unbelievably simple to do that, where it's very difficult to, get 400 customers in a month, okay? Now, this is where it starts getting sexy, and this is where I'm gonna cut off with this. How many does it take to hit your goal if you can earn $25, $100, $500, and $1,000 commissions from one customer? How many customers does it take you to hit your goal, right? $125, $625, $1,625 per customer, okay? How many does it take to hit your goal? Not many, right? Not many at all. How much would that be if you sold 10 and the 10 people that you brought in, they bought just up to that? That's $16,000 in a month from 10 customers. Now, would you be more excited to get 10 customers and make that much money? Or would you be more excited to have to get, let's see, we go back to the Fast Start training, 400 customers, then we add another 300, so 700 customers in a month if it's just this? Obviously, right, it's easier to get 10, right? Now you say, well, Dave, I don't know if people will buy that. Here's the key that you need to understand. It is no more difficult to sell this, and this, right, together, as it is to just sell this. Why? Here's why. People who you bring in need personal growth, personal development, and downtime training, because most of them, that's all they've got. They've got a little downtime. They got some where they can watch videos and schedule it out, but really they've got downtime. They need to learn to blog and use what they've got and make as much money as they can, right? Right? Well, if people want to learn how to build a team and hold it together without having to run around like ragdolls, they need this. If people want tactical strategies to be able to hit their goals fast, they need this. This is the tactician product, okay? Really easy to sell, right? And here's the key. almost everybody I bring in that I talk to, which isn't everybody, but I talk to a lot. I do talk to people, right? Everybody that I talk to, and I don't spend tons of time doing this anymore just because I've got other things to do. I need to run the company and stuff like that. They almost always buy all the way up to the 15K formula. Almost always, right? That means, for me, it is just as easy to sell 1,625 as it is to sell only 25. Except for the difference in income is unbelievable. It's unbelievable, right? Now here's something I learned a long time ago, and this is why I'm spending a little bit of time on this, and this is a philosophy thing. Are you required to buy anything here? I'm not going to require you to buy anything, right? Because I don't know where you're at in life. Maybe you're homeless or something like I was. However, I'm also not going to take excuses for stuff because I know where I come from. I know my background. I want to give you guys a philosophy here, though, on this. 2006. Hold on. 2006. And the company had two packages. They had a package that was $250 and it was for vitamins, and they had a package that was $1,000 and it was $1,000 of vitamins, right? It was products. Here's the key. When you got somebody to buy the $250 package, you earned a commission of about $35. So you actually earned about the same amount that we earned from selling something that's $25, and you earned it from $250. So it's ridiculous, right? This together is like 3 people who spent $250 in that company, right? Now here's the thing. When you sold the $1,000 package, you earned $200, right? Which wasn't a lot. But that gave me a way to make a living, because if I could sell the $1,000 package, I could make enough money to earn a living, right? By getting 10 people a month or so. Now, here's the problem I had. I couldn't sell that $1,000 package, right? And I couldn't figure out why I couldn't sell the $1,000 package. I was having a hard time. Sometimes people empowered, they go through the same thing I'm about to describe right now. And so I called my sponsors, a lady named Lori Harrell, right? And Lori had been around network marketing for years, and I said, man, I just cannot get people to buy this $1,000 thing. I said, why can't I get people to buy this thing? And she says, I don't know why you're having that problem. She says, you have a problem with that? And I said, yeah, nobody will buy this $1,000 thing. Nobody, right? And I said, people just don't have the money. She says, it's strange because everybody I talk to has the money. She says, Dave, let me check something. Hold on just 1 second. I'm going to put you on hold, okay? And she put me on hold. And I was sitting there for a second. She was making like $30,000 a month at the time. She was down in Denver. I was up in Alaska, right? My parents' house. And so she took me off hold a minute later. She says, Dave, I just checked something. And I said, yeah, what did you check? She says, well, I checked if you had the product. And she says, funny enough, you don't. So she says, let me ask you something, Dave. How in the world are you, as a marketer, as somebody who's trying to be a leader, how in the world are you recommending that somebody buy something that you're not willing to buy? Silence. Pause. I mean, just brutal, right? And I said, well, she goes, Dave, stop. Let me give you a little piece of advice, and I hope you follow it, because if you don't, I'm never going to talk to you again. And I said, she says, stop. She says, if you don't buy that product within the next 24 hours, I will never talk to you again. Understand? And I said, yep. And she hung up. Now, some of you guys would think that's brutal. And I'm going to tell a story because it's a valuable lesson for me, right? Because it was amazing. I didn't have any money, and the next 24 hours, I talked to a few people. I found a way to come up with it, and I bought the $1,000 product, right? Now, here's the funny thing. Somehow the act of doing that changed something on the inside. Because I got on the phone with somebody the next day, right? Now, I wasn't rich in this company, but then I started making money. Here's what happened. I got on the phone the next day, and the guy said, I can't buy that $1,000 product. And I said, let me ask you something. He said, sure. He said, are you serious about your business or not? He said, no, I'm serious. I said, here's the deal. I didn't have money, and I bought it. He says, oh, really? I said, yeah. He says, oh. You didn't have money and you bought it? I said, no, I didn't have money and I bought it. And he says, so you're in this deal? And I said, yeah, I'm in it. He says, okay, I'll do it. And he bought that $1,000 thing with nothing more than me telling him that I did it, right? So just by doing it, I gained some kind of authority that I didn't have before. And here's what I've learned. I've learned that people who don't have the products don't sell them. They just don't. And it's because they don't have the ability to create a story about them, because they don't have the ability to be confident about them when they're on the phone with people, because they don't have the ability to be persuasive, because they're not convicted themselves about the value of the product. They're not convicted about it. They don't believe that it'll work. And here's what they're really saying. What they're really saying is, I don't believe this will work, so I'm going to dip my toe in the water. And that just comes through all your marketing. So I always tell people this. Here's what I tell you. Right now on the webinar, and I would ask you if you were live, right now I want you to make a commitment to buying every product you have the ability to buy if you're really committed here. Right now, and I want you to do it with me on the webinar. So here's what you do. If you don't have this, click Activate Now and go ahead and buy that. And as we're talking over the next 5 minutes as I'm closing this off here, click the inner circle and activate that. And no matter what, I want you to buy all the way up to at least the $500 product, no matter what. Right? And I'm going to talk about something real cool here in a second. Why no matter what? Because I know how it works, people. And I know that if you can make sales of this $500 product and you have the ability to earn $500 commissions, right? I know that you can bring in 10 people a month. I know you can do it. And that gives most of you the ability to hit your goals if you go up to here. I had a friend named John. John got in. He didn't have money. He got up to this, then he made some money, he upgraded, then he made some money, he upgraded. He eventually got all in, bought all our products. Now here's what I want you to really think about. This is where it gets exciting. How many people does it take if you have the ability to earn $3,000 commissions? How many people do you have to bring in? Okay? I want you to think about this for a second. Altogether, this stuff here is $4,625 in commissions. How many people do you need to hit around $5,000 a month? About what? Right? I have people in Empower who make one sale a month, and they make what you can't make with 5,000 people in a normal network marketing deal. With one sale a month, right? One sale a month. Now, here's the thing. How many does it take to really realistically hit a goal where you're making over 10,000 with our comp plan and everything that's going on? Well, about 3 people who get all in and go all the way up to the master's course, right, and can earn $3,000 commissions. So my question for you is this, and this is a question I want to phrase to you, is really what do you want here? Because we're going to be here. We're going to develop the infrastructure here. You will be blown away by the value of the products that you buy here and that they give to the marketplace. You will be blown away by it. Okay, you'll be blown away by what you have the opportunity to sell. And you can't get that story if you don't make a decision. So here's what I want you to do with me. Go ahead and log in if you're not logged in and click this button that says Activate Now by the Inner Circle, because you need to listen to an audio every day. It's part of the 8 core steps. I want you to also click right now and activate the Costa Rica Mastermind Intensive. This product will blow you away, right? It will blow your mind what's in here. It will rip the doors open on reality on what you experience. No matter how long you're doing this. It will completely reframe for you what's possible to do, not just in Empower, but in anything. Because we don't even talk about Empower here. And if you're serious about this, you need to get the 15K formula and go through and learn a tactic that's appropriate for you. But buy the 15K formula right now. Pull out your credit card and buy it. Make a decision that you're going to buy those products. And if you can, get the master's course, right? You say, what if I can't do that? No matter what, you need to buy up to the Costa Rica Mastermind Intensive. You need to buy these products, right? And activate your affiliate account, obviously, right? And then here's what you should really do. We got a little bit between now and our next event. You need to do whatever you can do. And I'm going to go ahead and go live here. Actually, I'm just going to stay on the screen. You would do whatever you need to do to get to the next event, whatever you need to do to get to Seattle or New Orleans or Charlotte. Just get to one of them. Why? Because we're going to show you how to empower yourself to really transform and to do things at other levels. Why? Right? We got some cool announcements coming up at these events, but get your tickets to the events. Right? So what do you do again? Log into the back office right now. Click the Fast Start Training. Click the Inner Circle. Click the Costa Rica Intensive. click the 15K formula, and right now, as I'm speaking, activate those products. You say, what if I can't do that? Then by golly, get up to the Costa Rica intensive. And I will teach you how to make $500 sales. A story about Tony Rush real quick. When we started this company, Tony says, Dave, I don't believe that people will buy this $500 product without phone calls. I just don't believe they're going to do it, right? So I said, okay, fine, whatever, right? And we have this neat little commission system, right, that works where you have to actually qualify to earn commissions, and you can do it in one of two ways. You can do it through customer sales, right? And some people, they do that. They just don't make as much money. And I'm going to tell you why in a second, right? You can qualify through customer sales, or you can qualify through being your own customer and purchasing it yourself too, right? So that qualifies you as well. And so Tony said, people aren't going to buy that product, Dave. They're just not going to spend $500 without a phone call. I said, okay, whatever, Tony. I did a webinar like you're on right now. And he went to a baseball game. And while he was at the baseball game, 3 of his customers logged in, clicked the button that said activate now, and they bought a $500 product. And he got 3 emails that said, congratulations, Tony Rush, you just lost $500. 3 in a row. And he said, this is clever marketing. This can't be real. He looked at the emails. They had real names, real phone numbers, real emails of his customers who he'd passed up these commissions. And I said, and he was like, stop. And you know what he did? He pulled out his credit card. He clicked the button that said activate now. He says, I got to learn what's in this thing, man, because I want to learn how to sell products without phone calls. I don't know what the heck just happened. He bought this $500 product, and since then, Tony Rush has earned over $2 million in commissions in Empower Network. Does that guarantee you're going to make any money? No, guys. You got to sell products and stuff. You got to work. Tony's worked, you know what I mean? But in 2 years, from a decision that he made because he lost $1,500 in commissions, from 2 years later, here we are in 2014, he's earned $2 million in commissions. He has $1 million ring, right? He's $1 million ring. He's $1 million ring. My goal is to create 100 millionaires a year. How am I going to do that? What's a millionaire really? Well, here's how to do it. I'll tell you the fast way. Here's how to do it fast. You can earn $3,000 a day, and that's about $100,000 a month, a little over $1 million a year, right? Now that's out there, right? People are like, gosh, that's so unrelatable to me. It's like unbelievable. Well, yeah, let's make that unbelievable. That's fine. We'll help you believe in yourself later, right? We'll help you believe in yourself later. But what about if you could make one all-in sale a month? What about one a month? And you could replace your income. Log in, click on Fast Start Training if you don't have it, activate your affiliate account right now, click on the Inner Circle, click on the Costa Rica Intensive, and click on the 15K formula and click on the master's course and upgrade the master's course now, right? And go out there in the marketplace and let's start actually making a splash. Get committed. Get committed. You know, a lot of people, they get in this thing and they're like, yeah, I know I'm talking way longer than I intended. But a lot of people, they get in this thing and they're like, I'm in, I'm out, I'm in and I'm out. And it's like, dude, are you going to do this or not? Now, if you're not, I don't have any compunction for you if you're not. If you want to learn to do something else, still buy our products and apply them to something else. But are you going to do it or are you not going to do it? I mean, let's be honest about where you're at. Let's be honest about, are you going to do it or not? If you're going to do it, then here's the best way to do it. Make it so there's no other option. No other option. Make a commitment, right? Make a commitment. Some people, they can go all the way to the master's course right now, and I encourage you to take out your credit card, hit activate now on every button on every product that you can purchase, right? Because that are appropriate for you, right? Some of you could only go up to the 15K formula. You're like, man, I want the master's. Hey, it's okay, get the 15K formula. And some of you, you're making a decision right now. You say, I can't do that, but by golly, I'm going up to the Costa Rica Intensive. And you're buying the product right now, right? I want you to think about this on this webinar. Here I am, Dave Wood, not even your sponsor. Maybe I'm your sponsor, I don't know. And I'm on this webinar right now, right? And somebody just earned a $500 commission. How do I know? I'm logged in, I'm looking at it. Somebody just earned a $1,000 commission. Somebody else just sold a master's course, right? Who did the work? I did. Who earned the commission? Someone else did. Why am I doing that? Because I believe that what we're doing is awesome. And I believe in the power of what we're doing. I believe in the power of it. So pull out your credit card right now and buy the Fast Start training, buy the Inner Circle, buy the Costa Rica Intensive, buy the 15K formula, and buy the Master's course. You say, I can't do that. Then get up to the Costa Rica Intensive. Everybody can do that and activate your affiliate account. Start listening to audios every day. Start doing it. Start following the process and get to our event. And if you do that, I'll see you on the beaches of the world. So what do you do? What's your part in this? Here's your part. Here, let me show you. Hold on. This is what you do. You go to empowernetwork.com. All of you here have a blog. You've all come in, right? And if you don't, activate it. And you have capture pages. And we're constantly testing new capture pages. If you put the capture page and then you put !ID equals your username. My username is David Wood. These will code to you. We've had this page for like 2 years. It still converts like crazy. It's hilarious. Now, we also have a bunch more capture pages. Now, if I put my email in here, you're going to capture the email in your own autoresponder. If you don't have an autoresponder, we'll teach you how to set one up. Click Get Instant Access. Then you're going to go to this sales video. Okay?
My name is David Wood, and I want you to
When your customers see this sales video, they click this button that says Add to Cart. They fill out this form. You're going to have their contact information, and you're going to earn a residual commission of $25 a month. Now, when they do that, get to them in this Fast Start training. I'll explain what's next. And they're going to make decisions. And you will be amazed at how people buy. They buy the Viral Blogging Academy, they buy the 15K formula, and how people will buy. And what are you doing? You're getting them to a capture page, to a sales page, to a join page. And they're buying, and you're getting the commission. So right now, here's what I want you to do. I want you to log in to the members area. Log into the members area. And I want you to make a decision to buy the products that are appropriate for you. And I actually got to pop off because we have a Monday night call. So everybody on here at 9 p.m. Eastern Time every Monday, I want you to dial in to our Monday night call. And I'm actually logging in right now to Facebook because I always forget the number. It's 209-255-1040. Again, 209-255-1040. We're going to be on at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. That's 30 minutes. And I will see you on the beaches of the world. And let's help you out there. Go out there, make some sales, make some money, and change your life. It all starts with one sale. One sale. It all starts with making a commitment. It starts by making a commitment right now to pull out your credit card to buy the products that are appropriate for you, and then to take the strategies and apply them in your business to become an affiliate, to activate your Inner Circle, your Costa Rica, your 15K. And I'll see you on the beaches of the world. Let's rock this thing. Appreciate you guys. I'm out. Congratulations on making a decision today to do something different.